Hoya Haul from Sweden! Finally! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, I'm Rose, my pronouns are she, her, and today I'm going to show you the Hoya that I got at the Stockholm plant fair market thing. I realized later that I didn't include a haul in that video. It is a really fun one if you want to check it out. I will link it somewhere. I basically went to Stockholm for a plant fair with the Hoya Society of Sweden, which is like the most famous Hoya. Basically, it's the Hoya place to be. Every year they do a market at a big plant fair, and I got a bunch of plants, so I'm gonna show you them. And the first one I got is a lacunosa species Laos, I think. This is it. It's a little bit harder to see. It's a pretty splashy Hoya, lacunosa, and apparently it's a really nice one to grow. I don't know. I just saw it and thought it was adorable. It wasn't super expensive. I have it in soil already because it was already rooting quite nicely, and in a plastic baggie for added humidity. I don't think it needs that anymore. It's been in there a while, but still, why not keep it there? Then, let's see. Ooh, everything is falling over. Next up, we have the Hoya, what was it? I forgot the name. Something inner variegated that is also rooting along the stem there nicely. See how cute? I got this from Camilla, who is an awesome person and plant seller as well. If you're interested, you can always message her on Facebook asking for what you're looking for if you're in Europe, I think. I forgot the name of this. If you know the name, please let me know in the comments, or hopefully maybe I've figured it out and put it on the screen. I'm also potting these up today in a separate video, actually. Chores video, so stay tuned for that. Oh, wow! This has rooted like a mad person. Look at this. This is Hoya kerrii. I love this plant so much. It's the only velvety Hoya that I know. It's kind of hard to show you. The leaves have a very interesting shape as well. And look, this is like 3 weeks of rooting in water. That is definitely ready to go into something else. Oh, this is interesting. This is Hoya Tequila Sunrise, which I long ago saw in one of Alessia's videos. Do you remember Alessia? She had Alessia's leaves. Her channel. I'm hoping she'll come back to YouTube for us because she's amazing and lovely, an awesome person. But I saw this on her channel and I remembered the name when I saw it. It's a really cool shape and pattern. I really just love the veiny plants. And look, this is why I was laughing before. It has grown one single little root at the bottom there. So I'm gonna keep this in water a little bit longer. I'm very curious how this will grow. It looks beautiful. I love it. 2 more. We're going fast. Oh, this is an epic one. Look at the size of this. This is a Hoya finlaysonii, and there is like a number that needs to be added. I actually was gonna buy a different cutting that the leaves looked more like this. I really, really love that pattern and shape. But then I found this one that was cheaper and had this huge leaf. Look at this. This is proper big. It's a bit darker, so that's why you can't see the pattern as well as you can see it on this one if I angle it correctly to the light. So a Hoya finlaysonii, I actually own a bunch of different finlaysonii. I just love their pattern on the leaves and I want to grow all of them. And the last one I'm super excited about. I've had this on my wish list for years and I could never find it for sale under 100 euros. And it was actually the most expensive one that I bought. It was around 40 euros for one single node cutting. So that is pretty expensive. It is rooting nicely. Look at that. All the way at the bottom. Can you hear the seagulls? It's proof that I live near the beach. I didn't tell you what it is yet. This is Hoya svedlana. Look at the leaf. It is a little bit wider than the finlaysoniis, a little bit fatter. Hi, Editing Rose here. I just wanted to explain that Hoya svedlana is actually a hybrid. It is a combination of a finlaysonii, which I absolutely love, and Hoya Haul, which I love the look of, but has been really hard to grow for me. Actually, it struggled so much for me that I got rid of it. I sold it to someone else. It was always dropping new leaves and not growing, and it just is a headache. So I really hope that this hybrid is easier. Fingers crossed. It has a nice splash too. And the dark patterns below there as well, like the finlaysonii basically. Like all the Hoya that I love. See all that splash? I'm very, very curious to see this. Oh, I think it actually is already starting to grow. I better be careful. Look, at this point here. Wait, should I put it in front of my face so you can see it better? There. The point is growing. It's growing! I think this might be the most expensive Hoya that I ever bought. 40 euros for one. My boyfriend doesn't know this yet. 40 euros for one leaf, baby. He's used to it. My Arabs were sometimes more expensive. Hi, me again. I knew I was forgetting one of the plants. I was like, is this it? I kept like, I cut out all the bits where I'm like, I think I'm missing one. And then I was editing and I realized I did miss one. I missed this beautiful Hoya bermanica, which, look at that. It's a very fun one to grow. It looks a little bit dehydrated still. I had it already in soil because it came with a little bit more roots than the other ones. Unfortunately, so far it doesn't look great. I have it in my terrarium now to hopefully rehydrate a little bit more, and I'm gonna water this again as well. It's actually officially Hoya species Vietnam bermanica, and the flowers look really fun. According to several of my friends, Miro and Adam, this is a really easy plant to grow. It flowers very quickly as well. And I just really like that shape of the leaf. It's a little bit like the kerrii Hoya that I showed you before as well. Do you see that? It's just a little bit different than most Hoya. That's why I got this one. I just wanted to include it so it doesn't feel left out and you get a full picture of all the plants that I bought. I spent around 150 euros on all of these plants together, which was a lot for me. I don't buy plants very often, and especially with such bigger amounts, but I felt like all of these were a really good deal, and I'm happy that I did. They are growing nicely, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some very, very cute flowers on this soon. So that's all the Hoya that I bought in Sweden. Let me know which ones you like or which ones are on your wish list. I'm always open to new suggestions, maybe for next year. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe below if you haven't already, and I hope to see you again next week in a new video. Bye friends! Bye! Bye!